Kia ora, time for Bachelorette New Zealand recap. I'm Mama C. No frills recap again because I started a new job and I have less time. And over the years, I was the only one to do these. And now suddenly there's more people doing recaps in New Zealand and they have sponsors. So, yeah, good on them. Yay for them. So, at least you don't have commercials on mine. So, there is that. Last time Elliot got sent home, Mike got more alone time with Lesina. They tell us that a bachelor is ready to leave and promise us the biggest rose ceremony ever. Again. And it's not. They keep saying it, but it's not. And they need to stop saying that because it's really annoying. So we rejoin them in the cocktail party in progress. Well, the lads wonder why Lesina is spending so much time with McDreamy. Fair point, right? We hear Mike again ask her, is she ready? Why is she here? She's evasive as usual. He asks her, what is she trying to get out of this? She says, and doesn't seem to know. He lays it all out and says, you want someone who says all the right things, makes all the right moves. He said, I could have come in here and done all that, but that's for TV. That isn't real. Hello. He says he doesn't want a one-sided relationship, and that is fair enough because she asks so much of these guys, and yet she gives nothing. I mean, if she does, then whoever is editing the show completely cuts it out, and all they're doing is making her look like an empty-headed woman who doesn't know what she wants, even though she's the one who's supposed to be the Bachelorette. It's confusing. It's so bad. So bad. Oh my God, it's so bad. So if she is sharing anything, they're not airing it, so they're contributing to this whole empty shell of a character that she has become. So Lily then, thank God they added Lily because we know Lesina couldn't have carried this whole show on her own. So Lily asks her boys how they'd feel about meeting their families. And at this point, Lily's teeth are blue again, so I don't know if she's been drinking blue slushy or having her teeth whitened or whatever, but in certain lights, the teeth look blue. So Richie asks, what are they doing for these girls? He then asks Lily to, go out for a chat. He's trying to find out where her head is. He says he knows he likes and trusts her. He says if she gives a little bit more, then he'll give a little bit more. He wants to watch her become the best Lily she can be. And he picks something out of her teeth and then they pash. Okay, I'm sorry, but this felt really scripted to me because it's like, Richie, bro, who's writing your lines, mate? Because, yeah, some of these guys, I just think, what the hell, bro? All right, so then they ask Michael how he's feeling, 15 days without a first date. He's obviously frustrated. He's probably pissed, too. He says, how can you let someone get this far in this process with not having had a date? Now, we're just a breath away from home visits, right? He's right. He hasn't even had a date. She laughed in his face when he talked about, realizing that he was there for her and that sort of stuff. So why has she not let him go? He's baffled, but mate, so are we. We are just as baffled by this whole thing. And yeah, it makes no sense. And again, this Lesina storyline is just so bad. My God. She was not made to be on reality television. If she does open up, they don't air it. Michael seeks out Lesina, and he says, I might as well cut to the chase. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Ad break later, as they do. He says he's developed feelings for her, and he's emotionally drained, though, because it's hard watching the other guys get lots of dates. Now, when he says develop feelings, I think he means he likes her and he wants to get to know her more. I don't think he has feelings for her, but, he's trying to play the game. He's trying to say the right things, whatever the producers, say, oh, well, you should say it like this or whatever. Yeah, and it's hard to see him have to go through this. It's so hard. He says, how do you feel about this whole thing, after he tells about how it's hard for him to watch this. She does validate his feelings, so thank God at least she did that for him. He has to have a chance, and, that to be left in the lurch is bad. He's been mucked around enough in his life, and, he doesn't want to do that, and he's feeling disrespected and so forth. And that is so fair enough, right? She apologizes that he feels this way. She then tells us that she didn't see a spark to ask for a big date. Fair enough. Why then do you keep sending other people home? Why are you not letting this poor guy go? Who told you to keep him on? Which producer said, oh, yeah, keep him on, hey? He's a nice guy, and because he's a nice guy, don't lead him on. It's just cruel. Let him go back home and figure out what he's doing there. I mean, God, it's just ridiculous. She says she gets it, but she can't really say anything to comfort him. I mean, this guy's poured his heart out. She can't seem to say anything. Oh, sorry, mate. The producers told me to do that. Da da da. No, she couldn't tell that to him because that's not going to look good on camera, right? So, yeah, he is so frustrated because, he didn't get an answer. I mean, she says she'll think on it, what he's told her, but, I mean, we know it's just a bunch of crap. So, Lesina gets pulled aside then by Aaron. And boy, is she happy. More like relieved. Oh, thank God. Aaron just loves me and I don't have to dig deep and all that. So she, she was tired of getting those hard questions. So she tells Aaron she missed him, and he says that makes him very happy. So he says, then, what made you go on a TV show? And she says, because she was looking for something. He says, what something? She says, she doesn't have it all figured out yet. See, more weird, cryptic stuff because she's so bad at this. But looking for something that involves personal growth for her. What? In other words, somebody said, sign up to be the Bachelorette. You'll get sponsorships and cash. You don't really have to like the guys. Just lead them all on. I mean, I don't know what they tempt her with. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. So, yeah. Sorry that's cryptic. He says, you've been that way the whole time, so why change now, right? I mean, it's got to be so annoying. I know it is for a viewer, so I can only imagine what it is for the guys. She says she's looking for a connection with potential for long term. So finally, we get that out of her. She tells us that Aaron is safe. She leans into him for support. He says, I like this because usually he is the one who is missing her and seeking her out. On to the girls and art pre-rose ceremony. Lesina talks about the 2 mic chats and how Aaron makes her feel good and comfortable. But of course, she's going to second guess that because, she's got to keep that get out of Aaron free card available, right? Reminds us that Jessie has a rose. She had a great chat with Richie. She said their relationship is quite easy. Well, it's rose ceremony time. McDreamy's stressing over his chat with Lesina. I mean, he feels like, oh, crap, I blew it in a way. But, I mean, he didn't because everything he said was fair. So Michael's frustrated because he asked her why he hadn't had that date, and she really didn't give him an answer. And that's still irking him big time. Logan says nobody should feel overconfident, and boy, is he right. Michael steps down and says he feels he hasn't been given the respect he deserves, and that is so true. And I'm so glad he had his chance to say it. So he's leaving. He apologizes to the lads, and then Lesina then tells us an aside that she felt relief. Yeah, because you wouldn't freaking let him go. So it's like, what are you playing at, girl? Are you the Bachelorette, or are you like, oh, yeah, I don't know what to do? I mean, come on. Stop this BS. Oh, it's so stupid. So he says he wasn't given any respect on day 1, which is fair enough. Then how can they ever develop a relationship? Absolutely. You're spot on, mate. So he says his journey here is done. He says his goodbyes to ladies and leaves, and all the blokes feel for him because, I mean, he was a hell of a guy. And, I mean, let's face it, nobody could be mad at him. He never had a bloody date. So how could they be mad at him? I mean, this poor guy. So sad. I mean, they understood where he was coming from. So Art tells us nobody else is going to go home, which is so bad because I was really hoping that we'd have 2 go home. That's what I was really hoping for. But, nope, because they're still dragging it out. So then all the boys have like a little group hug, and they all say, what a genuinely awesome fellow that Michael was. And, we wish him all the best. We do. So next day, Aaron is happy as from his night before talking with Lesina. Mike is poolside asking Logan about what he said at the cocktail party about integrating into Lesina's family. He's like, it sounds so scripted and everything. And Mike says when she asks a question, Logan's answers all seem scripted or whatever. So Logan then says, he shares his experience. He's been married and divorced and that sort of thing. And so he shares experiences from the past and what he's learned, and he's grown from that. And McDreamy seems a bit stumped. So I don't know why, but I don't know. But that's Logan he's just cut from a different cloth, I think. Really, yeah. He's just a more romantic kind of guy, I suppose. So, all right, next day, it is date day. Aw, Richie gets a date with Lily. Big surprise, I know. It's like, it's not a surprise. Then Lesina chooses, oh, I know, hold on to your hat, guys, McDreamy. I know, right? So, there you go, the obvious ones. So Richie gets to go race some go-karts. Lucky, so lucky. They have a best of 3 race. Lily claims she's gonna win, so does Richie. Lily wins first race. Next race she spins out, so Richie wins by default. Last race, Lily got a head start, but then she fell back. Then she caught up. Then she'll spin out, but she kept going. Richie reaches the finish line first, and he wins 2-1. Then they show us an awkward conversation between Mike and Lesina. He says he woke up confused. He doesn't know what she wants, and had told her that she needs to figure out what she wants. You know, he's like, well, you need to figure out what you want. And that is fair enough, because she doesn't come off as knowing what she wants. So they meet up where there is some water sports place, whatever Mike says, his gut says. He doesn't think she's in it for the right reasons. And that could be fair enough. You know, maybe she's just on there to make some money, or not really caring if she meets a partner. I don't know, but she doesn't come off, I can see where he said that. She doesn't come off as being genuine, and I can totally see that, which is why they also brought Lily in, because they realized that she couldn't hold the show by herself. So yeah, so he's going back to the house, packing his stuff. Does that mean he's leaving, or is that just so they cut something up to make it sound like he was going to leave? You know, what are they trying to pull? I guess we'll find out. Join us again tomorrow for the next Bachelorette New Zealand recap. I'm Mama C. Have a great day wherever you are.